Let's be honest, one of the heaviest fears Christian homeschool moms carry is that, what if I'm ruining my kids? It creeps in when the lesson doesn't go well, when your child struggles with reading, when the house feels chaotic. You lie in bed at night replaying the day, wondering, did I do enough? Did I mess this up? Am I failing them? I've been there too. And the truth is that fear can weigh heavier than the actual homeschool work itself. But here's what I want you to know. It only takes one simple shift to delete that fear and replace it with peace. And in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly what that shift is and how it can transform the way you see your homeschool and your kids. I'm Wendy, a homeschooling mama of 6 and the creator of Plan, Prep, Pray, and I'll be honest, I've had plenty of nights where I felt like I was ruining my kids. I thought a successful homeschool meant getting every subject done, staying calm all day, and keeping the house in order. But when that didn't happen, I assumed it meant I was failing, not just as a teacher, but as a mom. What I've learned over the years, though, is that the problem wasn't my kids, and it wasn't even the curriculum. It was my perspective. And once I made one shift, the way I define success in our home, the fear started to break. That's the shift I want to share with you in this video, trading perfection for faithfulness. You know where the fear of ruining our kids often starts? With the checklist. I used to think success meant getting through every subject, having the house in order, and the kids smiling by bedtime. And of course, that never happened. Real life with kids is messy. Someone gets sick, the toddler melts down, dinner burns, and suddenly the list is half undone. And it wasn't just homeschool. If the laundry piled up or I lost my patience, I'd end the day thinking I failed. I'm ruining my kids. But here's the truth. God never told us our worth as moms or as homeschoolers was measured by completed checklists. Colossians 3:23 says, "Whatever you do, work heartedly as for the Lord, not for man." That means success isn't about perfection or performance. It's about faithfulness. Showing up to do what God has placed in front of you, one lesson, one meal, one moment at a time, and doing it with your eyes on Him. When I stopped measuring my worth by what was crossed off the list and started asking, was I faithful with what He gave me today? That's when the fear began to loosen its grip. And once I saw faithfulness that way, it began to change the way I looked at everything else in our home. One of the biggest lies fear tells us is that if we're struggling, it means we're failing. I used to think that way all the time. If my child was behind in math, I'd panic. If the kids were fighting again, I'd sigh and think I must be doing something wrong. And if the house looked like a disaster, I was sure that I was ruining them by not having things together. But over time, the Lord began to show me something different. Those moments weren't proof of failure, they were opportunities. When siblings fight, it's the chance to shepherd their hearts and teach them conflict resolution. When the house is messy, it's an opportunity for teamwork and responsibility. Even when a child is behind in a subject, it can become a lesson in patience, perseverance, and compassion. Romans 5:3-4 says, "Not only that, but we rejoice in our sufferings, knowing that suffering produces endurance, and endurance produces character, and character produces hope." The very struggles I used to see as proof I was failing were the places God was building character, both in me and in my kids. So here's the shift. Struggle isn't failure. Struggle is discipleship. The mess is part of the story that God is writing in our home. Faithfulness doesn't mean avoiding struggle. It means walking through it with God. And once I stopped seeing struggle as failure, it became clear what my kids actually needed most from me. One of the greatest fears we carry as moms is that we're not doing enough. That if every assignment isn't finished or if the house isn't in order, somehow we're failing our kids. But when I look back, the moments my kids talk about most aren't the perfect days when everything got done. They remember the times when I sat and read with them, the moments we laughed at the table, the times I slowed down to listen, even when the list was still long. Deuteronomy 6:6-7 says, "And these words that I command you today shall be on your heart. You shall teach them diligently to your children, and shall talk of them when you sit in your house, and when you walk by the way, and when you lie down, and when you rise." That passage reminds me that discipleship and learning happens in the everyday moments, at the table, on a walk, at bedtime, when we show up with our presence. Those are the moments that shape our children far more than a perfect schedule ever will. Faithfulness isn't about doing it all perfectly. It's about showing up in the small moments with presence. Our kids don't need a flawless mom. They need a present one. And that's when the fear started to break, because I realized God wasn't asking me to balance it all. He was simply asking me to be faithful. Fear tells us that we're ruining our kids if we don't balance it all, finish it all, or hold it all together. But the truth is different. God isn't asking you for perfection. He's asking for faithfulness with what's right in front of you today. One child, one moment, one small act of love at a time. And here's the good news. His grace is more than enough for where you fall short. 2 Corinthians 12:9 says, "But he said to me, my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Therefore, I will boast all the more gladly of my weakness, so that the power of Christ may rest upon me." Your weakness isn't proof you're failing. It's proof you need him. And that's where his strength shows up most clearly. In your home, in your homeschool, and in your motherhood. If this encouraged you, I'd love for you to subscribe so we can walk through this journey together. And if you're ready to go deeper, check out my free workshop, 5 Tiny Habits for a Peaceful Home. It's linked in the description, and it's full of simple, grace-filled habits that protect your peace and help you live out this freedom in real life. Mama, you don't have to carry the fear of ruining your kids. His grace covers you. His presence goes with you, and that's more than enough.